And welcome everyone to Knight's Adventures. I am your host, Lawrence Knight. I'm also your player. Um, I figured tonight I give you guys a sneak peek into a game show of sorts that I've created. Now, those of you who follow my Abyssal Musings host, Samuel the Infamous, uh, you guys know that recently myself and another YouTuber by the name of Devil Made Me Do It accidentally stumbled upon ChatGPT's ability to create choose your own adventure type of stories, and it'll even do like create like tabletop games, you know, for you Dungeons and Dragons fans out there, and it'll let you, let you go through with a player and actually play while it's DMing. Um, and so I got an idea. I was like, you know what? Nice Adventures. This part of my channel, which is Nice Lore, Uh, it's supposed to be, me playing games, playing things to entertain you guys, versus some of my other playlists, such as Storm City, which is my AI story series, right? And then I have my podcast that I do. I'll probably do that the least amount of, least less frequently than the others because I really only plan on doing the podcast if I come across a topic I really want to talk about. Uh, but I'm going to be doing something soon, especially as we get closer to Halloween. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things that are coming out, and so I do want to speak on those things. Um, I just want to get a little bit more information, so I'm not just coming on and saying, "Hey, this and this is coming out in 4 months. Check it out." And um, I just, I'd like to kind of do a video that's longer than a couple of minutes. But with that said, I did some tinkering, and I figured there's certain types of shows that I like to watch. Um, and I watch like Survivor. I watch The Challenge. For those of you who have Peacock, I watch The Traders, which is one of my most favorite shows to watch. So I thought to myself, what if I created my own version of the Traders, a combination of some of the shows that I like to watch and add my own flair to them because you want to add some originality. So I didn't want to, do a complete copy of someone else's work. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on ChatGPT and I'm gonna give it some parameters and I'm gonna put some characters in there, maybe professionals, whatnot, and let me see what it does. And the result of that, and I'll bring it up. The result of that is this. So I named the show. I named it Villain. It is a choose your own adventure game show in the vein of The Traders, which is what I, heavily drew from, inspiration from. And I just added I added some elements from that and, made some stuff up on my own. And I just put what I wanted and just let ChatGPT have at it. So um, I wanted to make this video. Now, in this video, I'm gonna tell you, I gotta say up front, to tell you guys up front. So we won't be actually playing the game. I'm not gonna actually start it up front. I want to show you guys what the rules are, and how ChatGPT actually took the parameters that I set and some of the rules that I wanted, and how it turned it, how it just completed it and turned it in exactly what I wanted. And it actually gives me quite a few surprises too. A few surprises I was very happy about. Um, but what you're seeing right now is it starts with with a synopsis, and I suspect that from there on it's gonna go all the way down and explain the rules and everything. And then from what I've been seeing with ChatGPT, it's gonna tell me when to start. Now, before I start this, I will also want to say that this will not be the only adventure game that I will be playing. Right, I'm going to create um, another ongoing series, to kind of complement this a little bit because Nice Adventures is supposed to be me, playing and dabbling in different things, but not just doing a one and done type of video. So, but with that said, the name of this show is Villain, a choose your own adventure game show. The main synopsis: in the shadows of truth lies breed power. Now, I didn't come up with that slogan. That is strictly a Chat GPT. Um, that is strictly Chat GPT. I didn't come up with that. But I did come up with this. 25 contestants gather under the watchful eye of the enigmatic Mr. Sinister to compete for a $25 million prize. But not all are what they seem. At the grand table, blindfolded and unaware, three are chosen in secret to become villains. Their task: sabotage, subversion, and social destruction. The remaining truth seekers must uncover the traitors among them, survive mental and physical challenges, and hold their fragile alliance together. Fail, and their prize money slips through their fingers. When only six remain, the game enters climax mode. Trust is shattered, allegiances crumble, and only one team or one person will walk away with the money. Now, as for the host, now I created this guy. I was like, now um, Alan Cummings, excuse me, he is the host of the Traders, and I wanted to do something out of respect for him. I love how he pulls off his character in the game. It's just it's calm, but he can be, I wouldn't say sinister. He can be sinister, but in a kind of in a funny type of way. But I wanted this person to be more serious, and so I created Mr. Sinister, and he's the host. And here's his quote: "The truth is such a fickle thing, easily twisted, especially by those who hunger for chaos." And so this guy, his attributes: he's calm, he's calculated, eerily amused, just like Alan Cummings on the Traders. Style: Victorian formal wear with crimson gloves and a bone white cane. Role: the architect and referee of the game. Special powers: can introduce rule twists or offer deals and oversee banishments. If all villains are eliminated, he becomes the final villain and personally chooses one player to eliminate at night. So what I did is when I created the show, I added players, right? I didn't name them. So what I did was I picked out 25 professions and I told ChatGPT to add an RPG element to it. And I just left it at that. And so what came of that is each profession comes along with special perks and abilities attached to that job. So certain people can do certain things depending on what they are. Now here are the game structure overview, the RPG elements. Each contestant has a profession that grants them unique abilities they can use once per day or in specific situations. For example, and these are all examples of job fields that I chose. MMA fighter can protect one person from elimination once, including themselves. The attorney can object during banishment and save a person once. Poker player can ask Mr. Sinister if a player is more likely than not a villain. Professor can uncover a secret rule or mechanic. Army Special Forces wins ties in physical challenges. Librarian has a high success rate in puzzles and memory based challenges. And therapist can privately question one player and learn if they are telling the truth once. Each character starts with one skill token for profession based abilities, and one bluff token can fake an ability once. The villain team. Three villains are selected in secret, just like the traders. Meet each night to eliminate one contestant, can recruit one minion each night, and the true seeker who chosen, must accept the role. The villains lose power to eliminate someone of their choosing when a member is banished. Two, a mission is won and a villain is exposed. Or three, true seekers earn back money through successful detection. Hold on just a second. There, that's better. I had to take off the sweater. Now, the true seekers, here's their roles. Their job is to win challenges to lock in money, attempt to expose villains after at the daily vote, each night fear being eliminated by the villains, and can strategize during the day and form social alliances which may be manipulated by villains and minions. Daily challenge themes include puzzle rooms, maze sprints, logic games, physical obstacle courses, trust-based experiments. $1 million is won per win, locked in permanently unless lost via sabotage. If a challenge is lost and a villain is exposed, money is recovered. So that's how the challenges work. Now here's another element that I added to this. It's called saving grace. The MVP of the daily challenge, earns a chance to solve a sinister puzzle. Success grants the saving grace necklace, which makes them immune to banishment and elimination that night, and they can secretly pass the necklace to someone else once per game. Banishment and elimination. Evening banquet. All players gather and vote to banish one contestant. If a villain is chosen, money is recovered and no one is eliminated that night. If a true seeker is banished, the villains continue their killing spree at night. The final six climax mode. Final maze challenge. First to the center gains final saving grace medallion. One more banishment and elimination that night. The final four review all players publicly declare their allegiance in game. If one or more of the villains remain, the villains team wins and takes all 25 million. If the villains were eliminated by the final four, then the true seekers split the money. A playable adventure setup. You begin by selecting or creating your contestant. Now, I thought about this, but I wanted it set at 25 for a reason because I said it said three villains are chosen and creating another one on top of that kind of it'll throw off the whole number. So when I saw this, I decided that I'll either pick one of the players, or if available, and I haven't gone all the way down, but if available, then I'll let the ChatGPT pick at random, right? Which is probably the best way to do it. So here's an example of the character creation. Name: Maya Rhodes. Profession: firefighter. Power: can shield one player from elimination once per game. Strength: 4 out of 5 stars. Intelligence: 2 out of 5 stars. Social influence: five. Oh, excuse me, 3 out of 5 stars. It's pretty simple. It's kind of weird though that her intelligence would be 2 stars and she's a firefighter. Firefighters aren't stupid. I mean, if you're a firefighter, I would say at least she should be 3 4 stars. I mean, she should be a powerhouse. All right. Oh, okay. Contestant list. Brock Titan, male, MMA fighter, bodyguard, protect one person. Laura DeVille, female, attorney. Objection. Cancel banishment once. Thomas Cruise, male, police detective. Interrogate. Force someone to reveal alignment with 50% accuracy. Ooh, this game is going to be tough. This game's going to be tough. If I'm a villain, if the game makes me a villain, this is going to be very tough. Um, Captain Blaze, male, Army Special Forces, wins tiebreakers. You would think they give a Special Forces officers more than that, but it's ChatGPT. So, oh well. Deshaun Grant, male, football player, extra power and physical missions. Valerie Queen, female, poker player, bluff check, ask about someone's alignment probability. All right. Dr. Linda Fang, female, a dentist, painkiller, revive one eliminated player once. Wow, that's crazy. Carla Vance, female, real estate agent, sweet talk, win extra vote once. Mark Zeller, male, stockbroker, market crash, remove 1 million from pot if in danger. So he can straight steal the money. He can straight steal the money. All right. Nikki Vile, female actress, method acting, disguise her role for one night. All right. I don't know if that's a good. I hope I don't. I hope I don't get her. I don't know how that'll work. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I had to yawn, so I had to mute. Chris Ward, male, firefighter, shield, protect one player. Okay. Dr. Harold Bright, male, college professor, secret rule reveal. Dr. Maya Lane, female, pediatrician, tenderheart, detect villain if they vote for her. Ooh. Sebastian Shade, male, movie director, flashback, replay one scene for evidence. Yo, I'm gonna go through this season, but going into the second season, I'm gonna have to give I'm gonna have to give the villains more ability to protect themselves, because some of these players, I mean, they'll have them dead to rights given the circumstances. Judge Camille, female judge, order, force a tie vote. Okay. Ellie Fields, female librarian, memory master, so she can remember anything. Drex, male, felon, unemployed. Wild card, gains random daily ability. Wow. I was not counting on that. And I actually put felon unemployed. I put that in as a joke. I didn't think that was going to happen. Dr. Zen, female therapist, lie detector, once. Dante Peak, male fitness trainer, extra stamina in physicals. Okay. Mini rider, bus driver, knows all exits, skip a challenge once. Okay. Alyssa Day, female model, beauty distraction, lower suspicion for one night. Max Inc., male, comic book artist, clue illustration, draws clue from Mr. Sinister. Gene Lancaster, male, retired executive, CEO privilege, votes count two times once. Sharon Bliss, female housewife, heart of gold, gains trust automatically once. And Juno Kale, female chemist, acid test, destroy one false rumor or lie. Ready to play. Let's see what my choices are. One, select your contestant and start the game. Two, watch a simulated round as an observer. Or three, let me randomly assign your role and see if you are a villain or a truth seeker. Choose wisely. Mr. Sinister is watching. This is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. It is definitely going to be challenging. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. Um, Hell, if I get banished or eliminated, I don't even know if the game stops right there. But if it does, the good thing that ChatGPT that it does is you can still I can type in, "Hey, bring me back in as another player randomly." Like you can still add stuff onto it, even if it's giving you a choice. You're not pigeonholed to those choices. I can actually say, one, and then tell it to do something else, and it'll change the game. But I don't want to do that. I want to see this through. Um, unless I get killed off and it says, well, that's the end of the game, then I'll be like, no, 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 no. Randomly assign me in someone, in the role of another character that's left. Um, but this is going to be very, very interesting. But that is it for now, guys. I am going to, I will definitely let you guys know when I start this. I'm going to be moving all this week, so I'm not sure that I'll be playing it this week. We'll see. But in any event, I will see you guys later. And why is this on here right now? Remove some scene. Anyway, with that said, again, I'm your host, Lawrence Knight. Thank you guys for sticking with me for a little over 20 minutes through my mistakes and misreads. I appreciate it. But also, like I said, I want to be as raw as possible with you guys. So, and also, I'm a little too lazy to go around editing every little mistake I make. I just want to be myself and just kind of grow from there. Anyway, thank you guys, and I will see you when I see you.